Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of drama followed this player as he was allowed to be drafted in the NHL as an underage player. He was ripped off by Alan Eagleson, and his testimony against Eagleson helped convict him of fraud, which led to him being kicked out of the Hockey Hall of Fame. He had numerous injuries that may have hampered what was going to be considered one of the best defensive players of his generation. But we think of Rick Hampton with great respect because he helped rebuild the Team Canada at the World's program by playing in the World Championships and investing in the late 1970s. Now, Rick Hampton basically came out of junior as one of the most respected young players in Canada. Now, in 1974, with the St. Catharines Blackhawks, he finished with 25 goals and 25 assists in 50 games and 11 games in the playoffs. Now, California decided to take a big leap here by drafting him third overall. Now, why was a bail available? Because the league finally decided to allow drafting of underage players for that campaign. And ironically, he scored his first NHL goal against all people but Ken Dryden. Now, he would also play right wing on occasion. He had played in the NHL for at least one game, but in the juniors, he also played center on occasion. Now, he was also on the California team that relocated to Cleveland on August 26, 76. And with the Barons, he was putting up good numbers, but he almost cut his hand off by when he missed part of the 77 season because of that severe laceration. Now, he was part of the Cleveland team that folded after 78 and that was merged into Minnesota, but he was later sent to Los Angeles a month later with Steve Jensen and Dave Gardner for compensation for Minnesota signing restricted free agent Gary Sargent. Now, injury bugs hit him really hard. He missed parts of the 79 season with knee and shoulder injuries and missed part of 1980 with torn ligaments in the knee, and he had a season-ending injury in Los Angeles in a game against Winnipeg on January 6, 1960. Because he was a very fluid defenseman, ladies and gentlemen, he needed a very strong power game, and with the injuries he had, he couldn't play that. Now, he also played with Binghamton of the AHL, Houston of the CHL, played in New Brunswick for the Hawks, very popular. Also played with Switzerland and Rochester. Like I said, the World Championships. He played for Canada in 77, where he shouldn't have finished fourth despite beating Czechoslovakia 8-2 in the final day of the tournament, but did get that bronze medal in 78. Now, he also played for Canada at the Vestia tournament in Moscow, and he also played on the Houston CHL team that folded on January 8, 1981. Now, he had a very interesting life. Now, he also worked in his father's construction company in Aurora, Ontario, during the off seasons of his playing days, just to keep celebrating the family business. Now, when he first came in, he was represented by agent Alan Eagleson, who got him a $100,000 per year contract with California in '74. Now, Eagleson said he was going to invest the money into a stipend while paying him a weekly allowance of $400. However, Eagleson squandered the money, allegedly, leaving nothing for Hampton at the time of his retirement. He later presented documentation that helped lead to Eagleson's criminal conviction. Now, he also returned to King City, Ontario after his retirement to become GM of the local hockey arena, while also teaching his great skill at local hockey schools. Now, the Eagleson situation with Rick Hampton, we were wondering why Eagleson was very high. It was total conflict of interest, ladies and gentlemen, because Eagleson helped motivate the selections for the 77 and 78 Team Canada sides, and Rick Hampton was part of that. He wasn't the best young defenseman in the NHL. See how it worked back then, ladies and gentlemen, when Canada never made the playoffs. Our teams who would be selected for the World Championships. And see, Hampton wasn't the best young defenseman, but he would always get selected. And later on we knew why, because basically that Alan Eagleson was getting a bird in someone's ear saying, this is one of my clients, we're very high on him. But like I said, when you're starting your NHL career at such a young age, he was drafted He was just barely 18 when he was drafted. And when you're 6 feet 180, and you have, great skills that you learned at St. Catharines. St. Catharines is a very fluid OHA junior team. But those 50 points in 65 games, that really stood out for a lot of followers. And we always thought, this guy was going to be a star. But like I said, the terrible, terrible injuries he went through. We've talked about certain players that have gone through that, and he definitely had hampered his career. So that's the many lives of Rick Hampton, a very, very talented player. He should have done better in the NHL, but that happens in hockey where, but 337 games, 59 assists, 59 goals, 113 assists, 172 points. Decent numbers when you're getting half a point a game as a defenseman. Not too bad, especially in California, because when you're only scoring 3 goals a game, it's not easy to be on offense when you're playing games you're losing 7-3 or 7-4. Have a nice day. Bye.